Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about my Etsy journey and why I'm essentially scrapping the whole thing and starting over. If you guys haven't seen my video that I posted 2 weeks ago, it was the first video that I posted pretty much of the year. I was talking about this whole dilemma that I had with Etsy. For those who don't know, I was doing print on demand with Etsy. I was definitely not manually fulfilling any orders or doing any work, but I had my virtual assistants do the fulfillment. And when I say the fulfillment, we used a manufacturing company, just like how everybody else pretty much does it, where people are placing an order on Etsy. That order is then placed at a print-on-demand company. That company is responsible for creating the order, shipping it out, and the customer receiving the order effectively. That's kind of what went down. But I kind of talked about in the last quarter of last year, something went down to where the manufacturing company that I was using switched up on me completely. And it's not like they switched up on me, it's just they probably did it for everybody, but they changed their shipping method. They changed their product quality was always very good. I can't complain about that, but it was the shipping method that kind of changed. And due to that, the shipping time was already originally long. It took about 17 to 21 days for a customer to get the product. Next thing you know, after changing the shipping, they kind of took a lot longer now. So you're talking about over a month and a half to get the order. Etsy essentially, and also the tracking was changed. So the tracking was not trackable by Etsy, and that caused a lot of financial hurt for me. As you guys know, I had many orders in thousands of dollars. Those orders were sent very late. And because customers didn't get tracking numbers that were actively tracking, even though I did give the tracking numbers, Etsy couldn't actually track it because it wasn't integrated. Because of the style or the type of tracking, customer thought that there was no tracking, thought that I was scamming them. Even if I got on the messaging with the customer and explained to them the situation, they still thought I was pretty much scamming them, which I don't blame them. Basically they just got their money back for the order, pretty much most orders. And once again, the product quality was amazing, but the orders came way too late for the customers. The customers got their refund from Etsy. I paid for the product, paid for the refund, and lost money on the side. So essentially, I'm losing money in both angles. Essentially, basically giving away a whole bunch of product for free and taking the losses on the chin. But I kind of wanted to make this video because I am revamping completely what I'm doing with Etsy. For me, getting the Etsy orders was never a problem. It was the manufacturing. So, I bit the bullet. I made this video, and I recommend everybody go watch it, me explaining exactly what I was going to do, exactly what I was experiencing. And at the end of the video, I said something that, hopefully caught your guys' attention. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to figure out something. And I figured it out. And I'm here going to share with you guys what I'm actually going to do. That's the purpose of this video. So I am going to take things away from the passive world, and I'm going to take it into the active income side. I am going to be going the active mode with Etsy and producing my own products manually. Yes, producing my own products manually. I bought the equipment. I spent maybe a day and a half researching and learning, and I've come to the conclusion what I'm going to do. I bought a sublimation printer called the F570, which is thousands of dollars. I think it was like $2,800 with all the little features and stuff with it. Which I bought. I also bought a heat press. I bought ink. I bought the paper that has to go with it, sublimation paper. I bought the tape that comes with it. I bought the things that I'm gonna print them on. So I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of different products. I'm gonna be doing T-shirts. I'm gonna be doing mouse pads. I'm gonna be doing sweatshirts. I bought a whole bunch of those. I think I bought like 200 mouse pads. I also bought probably like 100, close to 100 different hoodies and T-shirts, separate. Obviously, 100 hoodies, 100 T-shirts, and I'm going to start there. That's what I'm going to do. It's quite an investment. It's really not that big of a deal. the case is just for me is just learning how to set it all up, and I really needed to fix that problem in my business. Once again, getting the orders was not the problem. The real problem was the fulfillment side of things. Originally, when I was using that company for the first, essentially segment of the year, the first 3 quarters, it was perfectly fine. Things were being shipped out. Yes, they were taking a little while to arrive, but tracking was being tracked accurately on Etsy because of the shipping type that they used. And then all of a sudden when they changed it, everything went left. Everything went left. And, like I said in that last video, which I hope you guys go watch if you haven't seen it, but I said, it wasn't entirely my fault, and I'm usually the type of person that will take accountability on all fronts. But in this situation, there really wasn't much I could have done. The holidays had already came and passed. Customers had already passed the orders. They were already in, and the shipping method completely changed on me. So now I'm going to kind of change things up. I invested, like I said, in these products and, tools and stuff, and we'll see how it all turns out. But that's what I'm gonna be working on now. So I'm gonna figure out how to get it all working, figure out how to get the printing done. Now you guys see this on screen. That's because I ordered the products. When the products actually arrive, I'll probably do some videos on them. I'll probably take some pictures, film some video of them working. You guys will probably see the whole kind of process around it. And once that kind of gets going, once I get it all shipped here and I handle it, you guys will be able to see how everything works. And it's just like another side source of income, I guess you can say. I don't need to be doing this source of income, for money at all. But I figured at the very least it's a tax deduction when I pay for all this equipment, which God knows I need as many tax deductions as possible. And I'm going to take them, I'm going to use all the equipment and make some money off of it year and years to come. So, and it's also another learning experience, I guess. It's not really so much about the money, like I said, but it's more about the tax deductions here. And, something good, positive will come of it, for sure. It will be fun, I guess, I hope. And we'll see how things kind of go down here. But I am ready to keep selling on Etsy. Like I said, the only real problem was that whole manufacturing issue. So everything could be perfect in your business, but if the manufacturing goes left, customers don't get their tracking numbers properly, like the tracking numbers don't integrate with Etsy properly to be actually tracked, that's a huge problem. And then if the tracking is taking much longer than what you promised customers, then that's a huge problem as well. And that's exactly what my customers were dealing with on that last quarter of the year, which, like I said, it was already too late. The reason also why I want to say this, in the video I said, I might go with Printify or Printful or something. I'm not going to go with them. I looked at how much it actually costs to produce certain products, guys, and it costs literally probably 14%, 15% of what Printify is actually charging people like me and you. So we're talking about hoodies that you have to pay like $40 for. It might cost like $6 to produce. We're talking about after printing, after, everything, after printing them, shipping them, all that. It takes about $6 to produce, let's say, plus shipping $4, $5, but yet you're paying $40, for example, at Printify or Printful. I mean, both are pretty much the same. So I think it's a good investment overall, and if I go with Printify or Printful, the margins are so small, the profit margins are so tiny. But if I have my own manufacturing, which is pretty cool, it's like having your own factory. You have your own manufacturing. You could sell outside of Printful, Printify, Etsy. A lot of the times people go with Etsy and they go with eBay because it integrates with that platform. But I could sell anywhere. I could sell on Facebook Marketplace. I could put an ad somewhere. Like I could do all kinds of random stuff and sell to any group of people. If somebody in person needs work done, I could do it. And I could do it at that moment. I could, hand it to them the next day. I could fulfill orders much faster. So it's a good thing. I'm going to create many more videos soon. And you guys will see the equipment. Like I said, I'll go deep into it. And if you even want me to show you exactly what I'm doing, like, step 1, do this, step 2, do this, all that kind of stuff, hey, it might interest you. And you don't have to start off with a printer like this, huge, I guess you could say. I guess that's the right word, because it is a big printer. But you can go with something smaller and print smaller stuff too. It works. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk a lot more about it. But there's some complexity around different types of printers, different types of ink, different types of machines, that, and how to save time and all kinds of stuff like that. So there's a little complexity around it, how you're going to take the design and put it on the actual product. Different types of products adhere, or different types of inks adhere to different types of products due to their materials. There's a little bit of complexity to it. I will go deeper in future videos, don't get me wrong. But one of the things that I was dealing with, this is where research comes into play. I couldn't even buy this on Amazon. You can't buy a printer like this on Amazon. I couldn't find it on Amazon for sale. So yeah, I had to dive a little bit deep into it. But I spent like a day and a half. I know I didn't post a video, but I spent about like a day and a half researching, going deep into things. And once I got my solutions, I came on here to tell you guys, all right? I'll talk to you guys soon. Let me know in the comments if this is something that interests you and you want to see more of, because who knows? You never know. Maybe you could get started doing something like this, all right? I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching, and peace out. Bye.